That's my first time.
Yeah. Do you have your Medicare card with you?
No, but I have my ID. Is that okay? Yeah.
License, anything?
Yeah, my license.
Hello, hi.
Good.
How are you? So, you got any medical problems at all?
No, not really.
Yeah, high risk or you're like what kind of work do you do?
I'm just a student for now.
Yeah. Look, so you're not eligible for Pfizer either at this stage. So, are you living at Fairfield?
Living in.
Yeah. So look, the risk of blood clot is about 1 in 50,000.
It's higher, yeah.
Or 1 in 40,000 for under 50s, yeah. So if you're willing to work that risk, and obviously to protect yourself from COVID, that's fine as well. But just bear in mind there's a risk of a blood clot.
Yeah.
So you're happy with that risk?
Is there? Well, I know the chances are a lot higher for younger adults like me, but
Sorry?
I know that there is a chance that is higher for younger adults like me. But a lot of my one of my friends already got the Astrazeneca vaccine, and he said he's fine so far.
Look, a lot of people under 50s have got the vaccine and they're fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. There has been the rate of clots about 1 in 40,000 thereabouts.
Yeah.
I mean, there has been 2 or 3 deaths out of 4 million out of 5 million doses. So the risk is still extremely low. I mean, this Delta virus, obviously, it's a bit more serious than last year's one. So if you want to protect yourself from that, because it's about 10% of people who've had this virus, this outbreak, has been hospitalised. Having said that, if you're young and healthy, it's unlikely you'll get severe disease, but it's possible you can. There has been a few young ones requiring intensive care. So look, it's up to you. If you want to protect yourself from the virus, you can. There's I think the Astrazeneca vaccine is still good and effective. Yeah. And particularly if you get the 2 doses, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But after you get the first dose, is there a chance of you getting blood clot for a second dose?
The risk is lower. Basically, what happens is the vaccine produces an immune response to the platelet antibodies. So if you've got platelet antibodies, that produces the platelets to cause the clots, you know what I mean? So if you had the first one, it's unlikely, and nothing happens, it's unlikely. But there has been a very rare chance that, people have had the clots in the second dose, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's about 1.5 in a million, we're saying.
So it's still very low.
Still low, yeah. I mean, much lower with the second dose, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
You're okay to have it? Because, if you're not in group priority, group 1, A1B, you're not eligible for Pfizer anyway.
Yeah, not gonna have it for a while.
There won't be you probably won't get it, to be honest, till December or even January, depending on the demand, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to protect yourself now, particularly with this outbreak, we don't know if it's going to get worse or better, or, I know we're in silly lockdown, but look, it's ultimately up to you. You're willing to take the risk. Yeah, we're happy to vaccinate, so we don't want you to turn your way and then eventually get COVID, then, you know what I mean?
But doesn't the COVID-19, it can lead to a high chance of blood clot more than the vaccine does?
Yeah, so, exactly. So if you get COVID, it causes a high risk of blood clots from COVID itself. I think it's like 100 times more likely.
So it's a bit more dangerous then, yes.
But that's if you get COVID, you know what I mean? You might not get COVID at all, so,
Yeah, well, I walk outside the house, and I don't know when I'm going to get COVID, so it's scary.
Yeah, so if you want to protect yourself, I think so, because, it's pretty effective. AstraZeneca, if you have 2 doses, it's about 90-95% protects you from having severe disease or hospitalisation.
Yeah, okay, might as well.
Okay? Yeah, okay, next one.
Alright. Do you have any serious allergy reactions?
I just have weather allergy, but it's not major one. Like every morning I just get stuffy nose, that kind of stuff.
That's fine. Have you had any reaction after being vaccinated before?
No.
COVID-19 before?
No.
Bleeding disorder?
No.
Do you take any blood thinners?
No.
Do you have a weakened immune system?
No, I think I'm fine.
And have you been feeling sick with a cough, sore throat, runny nose?
Nope.
And have you received any other vaccine in the last 14 days?
No.
And do you give permission for me to do a vaccine today?
Yeah, because my friend already had it probably 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he's fine so far. Because I understand that the blood cough doesn't show up between 4 to 49 days. Yeah. So if it's okay, it should be alright too.
Which one would you like? Prefer?
Sorry?
Right or left?
So the effect later where it's gonna make the arm sore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the left one's fine.
Yeah. I'll book for your second dose. That will be the 12th of September.
4 to 6.5?
Yeah, on a Sunday I can do 4:40.
Okay. Is there anything that I did do or didn't do after getting the vaccine?
What, sorry?
Like, should I not do anything like weightlifting or?
No, yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, don't put pressure on the arm that you got the vaccine.
For how
Just
long?
the whole day.
Whole day? Okay.
Okay? Because if you put pressure on it, it will still bruising and start bleeding. And
Okay.
you don't want that. So just rest it. You can do like light weights, but not heavy, okay?
Thank you.
Hold on.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. So you need to wait outside for 15 minutes, okay?
So wait for 15 minutes
Yes.
before I go home?
Yes.
Okay.
In case something happens.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I finally got my first dose of the Astrazeneca vaccine. And this is the proof of me getting vaccinated. They normally give you this paper. You heard the man. I gave him some questions and he answered them straight up. So that was good to know. I'm walking home now and I got my jab already. It didn't feel like painful at all. It's just a bit stingy in the arm for a bit. At the moment, I don't really feel anything yet, but. So fast forward to today, after getting the vaccines probably a while ago. I know I've been pretty much pushing back the videos editing and filming this video for probably nearly a week now, but that was because between that time I got a bit sick. I started to get a little fever toward the end of the night that I got the vaccine, and my arm got extremely sore after that. So my friend was absolutely right. Your arms start to get sore around six hours after getting the vaccine. But it wasn't much of a big deal that I can't do anything with my arm. It was just like I had a really hard day exercising on my left arm. So it wasn't too much of a big issue that I had to worry about. But the fever on the other hand, I was laying in bed the entire day the next day and I couldn't do much except to go downstairs, get something to eat, drink some vitamin C, and pretty much slept for the entire day after that. I felt very sluggish and I didn't have any energy at all, so I thought that eating more things would actually help me to regain that energy, but unfortunately I lost my appetite that day as well. So I didn't really feel like I want to eat anything after that. The next day after getting the vaccines, I probably only got like 1.5 meal. It's not even 2 meals. I just felt really tired and I wanted to sleep. I think I slept for probably 16 hours that day. So yeah, it was quite a lot. So the night I got the vaccines, I probably went to bed at around 11. And then towards the next day, I woke up at around 9 a.m. or so. I went downstairs to have some breakfast. And then I went back to bed right away. So I felt really tired. It was really uncomfortable to sleep with the fever, but it wasn't such a major impact that I actually cough a lot or I felt really terrible in any way. So I woke up at probably about 9 a.m. the next day and I went downstairs to get some food for breakfast. And then I got upstairs in my room, I drank some vitamin C, and then I head back to bed right away. And then the next time that I woke up was probably 2:30 p.m. afterwards. That time I called my mom and I told her what's going on, like I'm sick, that kind of stuff, but that is because of the side effects of the vaccine. And then probably around 3:30 I went back to bed and then I slept until 7:30 that day. So yeah, I slept for quite a lot throughout the entire day. That's because I didn't get much rest from the night before because it felt so uncomfortable that I didn't really get a good night's sleep. I'm in the lockdown after all, so there wasn't much things that I can do. So yeah, I guess sleeping is also a good time killer. From 7:30 onwards, I probably was on my chair playing games with my mates because I felt a lot better after that. And then I head back to bed probably around 10:30 or so. So I had about 3 hours of actually getting something done. And then the next day when I woke up, I felt so much better after A full day of just straight up sleeping and then sleeping throughout the night, it felt so much better than the first night. So the fever would probably only affect you for about 24 hours after getting the vaccine. So it will be just for the nights after getting the vaccine and then the day after getting the vaccine. But the day after that, you should feel completely fine afterwards, but your arm will still get really sore. My left arm in particular was extremely sore. My arm is not sore now, but I think it probably took about 4 days until it completely felt like I no longer have any soreness or any pain in my arm. Looks like the lockdown will be extended again because of the Sydney protests that we have recently. It's been a crazy week, a lot of stuff going on in Sydney. I just can't believe that people are still protesting because they believe that COVID is a hoax and they don't believe in the vaccines and that kind of stuff. I got the vaccines, I'm fine so far. I just got a fever, my arm got a bit sore after that, but that's pretty much it for the side effects that I experienced with the vaccines. I will definitely continue to monitor how I feel just because I have to make sure that I don't have any blood clots developing inside my body because that is still a risk that I have to look out for. But besides that, yeah, I'm completely fine so far. I mean, it's not much been going on. But if I do have any side effects though, I should call back the doctor and I should ask them what's going on just to make sure that I'm okay and the people around me are okay. So getting the first dose of the Astrazeneca vaccine doesn't mean that I am completely immune to the coronavirus now. I still am. I just have to continue monitor my symptoms and have to check up with my family members as well, just to make sure that we're all staying safe, we're all staying inside and protect ourselves. Don't be like those guys that protest at the city. That's just silly, you know. People are staying at home and they're trying their best because they want this lockdown to be over. That is the point of staying at home to begin with, is so that we can minimize the impact of the spread of the coronavirus. But yeah, besides all of that, my hair is getting long. I need to get a haircut at some point, but that is until when the lockdown will be over. I don't know, but we'll see in the next video.